Hi there, thanks for joining me. This is the first video in a playlist on fractions, and this is really the video where we discuss what is a fraction, try to intuitively understand what a fraction is, and kind of understand more about what its relationship with division is. So I'm going to assume in this video that you've never seen a fraction before. And I like to think about fractions as the answer to the question, what do we do when we don't have enough? So what do we do if we don't have enough of something? And we'll work through a few examples that'll really give you the intuition to that. So for instance, I have a few drawings here, and in this one here, we have a cupcake. And let's assume that we have one cupcake, but we are spending the afternoon with our friend, and so we need to share it. So we do not have enough cupcakes for both of us, right? We don't have a cupcake for each. We only have one cupcake. What will we do? We will divide it between us, right? And we will divide it equally, hopefully. So when we do that, when we divide this cupcake equally into two halves, and we know the word half just intuitively as being the result of taking one thing and dividing it fairly into two. When we do that, we get on each side a half, and we use the symbol 1 over 2 for each one of these halves. What is the 1? The 1 is a whole, so we have one whole cupcake, and we divide it into 2, right? Or divide by 2. And that's what the symbol comes from. So when we're looking at dividing one cupcake into 2, we arrive at the fraction half. And so the fraction half is equivalent to dividing into 2. So fractions are really just like division. So when we take one cupcake and we divide into 2, we get half a cupcake. That is the result. Okay? Now this is what happens when we just divide into 2. But we can have division into more kids. For instance, let's say that we are now 3, right? It's you, your best friend, and your best friend's sister, and there's just one hot dog. And you all 3 want this one hot dog here. So 3 kids, but just one hot dog. Now you're going to try to be fair, and you're going to divide the hot dog bun and the hot dog into 3. So we have 3 pieces here, right? 1, 2, 3. Now how do we symbolize that? Well, we've taken one hot dog and we've divided it. Remember, we put the fraction line here into 3. So when we divide 1 by 3, we get a third. Is just the result of dividing one thing into 3. So, and this is what we got here. So we have a third here, and a third here, and a third here. Can we look at another example? Well, let's look at this flower here. So now let's try to divide. We have one flower, and we have, say, 6 flower girls. So we have one flower and 6 flower girls. And they all want to hold the flower, but obviously they can't. So we can divide this flower into 6 because luckily we have 6 petals, right? So we can do it like this. This will be one part. This will be another, and another, and another, right? So I've drawn here 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so each one of these petals is now a 6th, okay, of a flower because we've divided the flower equally into 6. So when we take 1 divide by 6, we get a 6th. So again, what we've done is we've divided equally. That is really the important thing. If we stop dividing equally, we can't call these fractions a sixth or a third here or a half here. They have to be divided equally. Let's look at this one other example here. I have a clock, and you see the numbers, right? We have 12 numbers. And so what we can do here, by putting lines from the center to the different numbers, and I'm not doing a great job, but you can imagine these are straight lines and they're all equal. What we've done here is we've divided the circle of a clock into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slices of time. Each slice is just 5 minutes. But what we've done is we've taken a clock and divided it into 12. Or we've taken 60 minutes and divided into 12. And that will give us 1/12 of an hour. Okay? And in the next video, we will look at what happens when we're saying, actually, I want to write the fraction using the 60. But for now, these examples just show you how to take one whole thing and divide it into a number that is larger than that one. Until now, in division, whenever you divided, you took a larger number and divided into a smaller number. For instance, you had 4 cupcakes and you divide by 2 in order to give each kid 2 cupcakes. Or you had $5 and you divided those $5 among 5 kids so that each kid got $1. Now we're asking the question, what do we do when we have fewer things than the number we want to divide into? And the result of that is fractions. So this was just the first video, and I hope you go on to the next, where we'll talk a little bit more about what a fraction means, how it relates again to division, and we'll slowly build on that. So thanks for joining me again, and if this video was helpful, please like. If you have any questions, please comment below. Thank you.